Hello and welcome to the early morning podcast. It is exactly 12 p.m., October 25th, 2020. Thank you for tuning in to episode 35 of the early morning podcast. Grab you a J, grab you a brew, grab you whatever it is you do, and try to kick back and enjoy the episode. As you can see, I'm sporting. If you're watching and if you're listening, I'm sporting the UFC hoodie. UFC Reebok hoodie with the Russian colors because, this was a crazy weekend sports-wise, first of all. And just, your boy who did we talk about last episode? Offset, right? Your boy, he got locked up, man. Offset gets locked up, and guess who was there to bail him out? You can take a guess. I'll wait. Yes, you're right. It was Cardi B. Cardi B did bail him out of jail, not prison. But I didn't even really look into why he got arrested. If you want to, you can. I said how I'm kind of sick of not talking because I don't always talk about the Migos or Cardi B or Offset. But every week, I said it last week or earlier this week, they stay in the news. Whether it's Cardi B, whether it's Offset, whether it's Takeoff, it doesn't matter. The Migos are in the news every week, and so is Cardi B. And it rarely has to do with the music, unfortunately. I sound like a hater. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying. But this week was wild. This weekend so far is wild. Today's a Sunday. I believe this will be out today. Producer Plug he went to the Free State, Florida, and he was kicking it out there, just having a good time. So he's back now, and I believe he'll be able to get this out for y'all. And like I said, we're working on a graphic for the EMP, the early morning podcast. So, that'll be out. That should be up soon. The designer's working on it. But anyway, I'm sporting the Khabib jersey. This is for Khabib, by the way, the Russian flag, the Dagestani king. Yesterday was UFC 254, and I had some people over to watch the fights. If you don't know yet, you'll hear it here, but Khabib Nurmagomedov. There we go. Fucking stumbled on it, but I fucking picked it back up and recovered. He retired, man. He retired. He submitted Gaethje in a triangle choke, and I didn't even notice, but I guess he was unconscious for a little bit, Gaethje. But after that, Khabib said a prayer on the mat. He announced his retirement in the post match interview, right there, right in the octagon. He said he no longer is willing to fight without his father there, which is I get it. I respect that, but I had people over. We were watching the fight, and we're all speechless, man. We're all speechless. Today Dana White called him the GOAT of, I believe, pound for pound, best fighter in the world. So best fighter, I take that as mixed martial artist. Best fighter overall, not best boxer, not best grappler, not best wrestler, nothing like that. Best fighter, period. So, he's a legend for sure. He's going to go down. And I really don't believe he's going to return. He said he's never going to step foot in the octagon again. It doesn't feel right without his father. Which, if you don't know, I believe we talked about him. I don't know his first name. I'm going to stumble it if I try to say it because I didn't look it up before this, but rest in peace to him. He passed away from COVID a couple months ago. And the fight world has been a little bit, no, I'm not going to say not the same because not everybody is familiar with Khabib's father, who was his coach. And I don't know. It's just weird, man. Now that he's not going to be fighting anymore, the 155 and 150 weight classes are going to be different, man. I think I've talked about on this. We love DP El Diamante, Dustin Poirier, man. He's just a great guy, a super talented fighter, hard worker. I was looking back. This week I was looking back in preparation for this card, UFC 254. Which the co-main was also a very entertaining fight. Robert Whitaker and I forgot his first name, Cannonier. But I mean, that was a great fight. I was honestly more excited for that fight, I would say, because I had a feeling Khabib was gonna win, and he won in the first round, man. Or second round. I keep thinking it was the first round. It was just early in the second. I mean, that guy walks over everybody. He walks over everybody. So that's why I get why he wants to call his retirement now. I mean, they say smell the roses while you can, or enjoy the roses while you can. And basically, while he's alive and while he's still a champion, to enjoy that, basically, to enjoy being a champion, to enjoy having a 29-0 record in MMA. That's basically how much better can you get? How much better can you get? I think he was 15-0 in the UFC, I think, something like that, but completely undefeated as a professional. I mean, you got to respect that, and he has a very valid nobody has to validate the reason for him to retire, or call it, I don't want to say call it quits, but say, he's got what he achieved. He's earned it, and he's achieved it all. So what more do you want the guy to do, man? Go to heavyweight? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. And he's got to live out his life now. I mean, McGregor, the guy who he fucked up before, he now has like his own whiskey, Proper 12, and he's like a businessman now. I think it's time for Khabib to do the same thing. McGregor's not retired. He always says he is, but he's always gonna come back. He always does. And he's fighting again in later this month, I think, or next month. So I don't know. That was one of the crazy things that happened, so far this weekend. And it's only Sunday, man. I mean, there's more sports later on. So not right after, but later on after Offset was arrested, and after fucking Khabib won again, and showed himself as the true champion and possibly, the GOAT of all of MMA, really. The Dodgers, and like I said, if you listen to this, I'm from SoCal, and born and raised over here, and, the Lakers just took the championship in the playoffs for, obviously the NBA, and now the Dodgers are in the World Series for MLB, and I'm a Yankee fan, an Angel fan at heart, but if I can support, I hope I didn't pop that B too hard, by the way. But if I can support, any SoCal or LA or Orange County or NorCal, whatever team, anywhere, I will, man, the state that I was born and raised in. So I'm cheering for the Dodgers, of course, in the World Series right now, and they fucking choked it last night. And I know this is kind of heavily sports related, but that's how that's how it is right now. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, there are other things I want to talk about, like when I was a youth, shaving my pubic area. Very interesting. Also, when I was a youth, meeting a girl that drove a Thunderbird in high school, who was pretty then, glowed the fuck up. But anyway, last night the Dodgers played Tampa Bay, and it was like this series has been super, super, like, I almost said power packed, but what's it called? There's just been so many fucking man. I don't know how to even describe it, but action packed. I mean, there's been so much stuff going on every game. I mean, baseball's changed so much since I first started watching it, and when I played it, I used to play baseball. I told you, athlete, but whatever. They change pitchers now almost every inning. There was a pitcher last night that threw 9 pitches. I don't remember his name because they change him, like I said, every fucking inning. But the sports just changed so much overall. They now have these like there's cards with plays on them in their hat, in their cap, their baseball cap, whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? What kind of plays are you using? But I guess it's got like statistics for batters and where they tend to hit. It's just wild, man. The sports just changed so much. And last night's game was so back and forth. It was crazy. It was the most wild when it was tied. I think it was tied 6-6 or 6-6, I believe, or 5-5, and then the Dodgers went up 6-5. In the last inning, the bottom of the ninth, the last chances for bat, and I don't know, man, I'm not a huge baseball guy, but I know enough about baseball, and I know when you're supposed to be really defensive and, whatever. There were 2 major errors made on the last play, which gave away 2 runs. It gave the Tampa Bay, Yeah, devil rays, that's what they're called. But I guess they're just demonic right now in my head because they just tied up the series. But Chris Taylor, I believe his name is. Chris Taylor and Will Smith, who, I mean, I couldn't believe that his name was Will Smith, but he's just some white fucking skinny white guy. But Chris Taylor and Will Smith made some, really bad errors on the final play that gave away 2 runs, man. Chris Taylor in the outfield fumbling the ball, and then Will Smith in the infield over home plate. He's a catcher. Fucking completely took his eyes off the ball as well and just let the ball go behind him. They scored, man, and they won the game. So now the series is tied 2-2. I don't know, man. I mean, it was I don't want to say a rough night for sports, but it was just not the best if you're a big fan of those things, but whatever. I mean, today I know there's like 4 football games going on. I'll probably go tune into that after I leave the studio, but yeah, man, I don't know. That's my 2 cents, even though it doesn't really matter too much to you, maybe, but maybe it does. But if you get body modifications as a child, that matters to me, and I'm not really for that. And they don't, I'm talking about the ear piercings before you're 1, maybe depending on religion or your culture, circumcision. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm for all that, dude. I don't think there are any kids that get tattoos like before they're 1 or before toddler age. Maybe, but I've seen young kids smoking and shit, and that's not really a body modification, but it is doing something to your body for sure. But man, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like you got to save all that for 18 and above. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was watching. No, I wasn't watching, but I was in the vicinity of the TV when somebody was watching. I think it's called the Real Housewives. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Real Housewives of Orange County or whatever. And dude, the shit makes me sick, man. They all are fucking the most plastic surgery you can think of. Botox and fucking every day another just modifications to their body. And modifications, I don't even know if you want to call it that. It doesn't always it's you're changing your body, but it doesn't look good. You're not making it better. I think of when you modify something, you upgrade it. That shit, when you put fucking saline in your tits or whatever, it looks like water bags. That doesn't look good, man. Or lady, whatever you are, whatever you want to be called. That's not really the move in most situations. But I don't know. I'm not for that. I get tattoos, and we've talked about tattoos on here. That's a body modification. But dude, I just want to say, wait until you're 18. Don't fucking, there was controversy when Boosie talked about Dwayne Wade's son wanting to be a girl or whatever, or identifying as a female, and he said don't let him cut his dick off. But I'm not agreeing with that. That Wade never said that he was gonna let the child do that, but Boosie came at him hard, and I don't think that you should do that, man. I don't think a parent should allow it, and I don't think a child should but be allowed to do so. I mean, of course, we've all been fucking, if you're alive and you're above 18, we've all been teenagers, young children, toddlers, kids, whatever. Crazy thoughts, always crazy thoughts. But you don't follow through with them and remove your dick or whatever if you want, and put a vag on, tuck it back like, what's it called? Harriet Tubman, dude. Or what's it? Yeah, Father Bill, they all these characters are known for doing stuff like that, but it's not serious, man. And the lighting, I don't know why it looks weird. I look super white, almost like a ghost, but it is what it is, man. It's finally raining here in SoCal. I know I bitched about it before on the podcast, like, why is it 80 degrees? Why is it 85 degrees? It's fucking hot. And I'm a hot boy. I said it. I run hot temperature-wise, okay? Always above average. Too hot, I would say. And it feels good now today. It rained last night. I mean, if you live in California or SoCal, the weather's been wild with the fires and all this shit. Yesterday there were, this isn't weather, but this is just, if you know, dude. There were helicopters circling my neighborhood pretty much all day yesterday. From like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I saw multiple helicopters, heard sirens all fucking day. And I don't know what was going on. I don't know what happened, if anything happened. I mean, it sounded like there was a car chase, but I don't fucking know, man. I was trying to watch UFC, dude, and fucking what's it called? Watch the Doyers, dude. You know, shout out to all the Mexican homies. And you know what? Shout out to. So I said there was a female that I knew, or not. I didn't know. I brought it up earlier. I don't know exactly what I said, to be honest, but there's somebody, an individual I knew who drove a Thunderbird in high school. And you know what, dude? If you're listening, I'm not gonna say your name. Knock down my thermostat or whatever. Hit me up, dude. I mean, if you drive a Thunderbird, I'm cool with that. But if you're bad, I'm even more down. And this girl she's a baddie, dude. And you know, she glowed up since back in the day when I saw her with the Thunderbird. If you she's probably on a Corvette now, babe. I mean, shout out to her, dude. I mean, I hope she's doing well. I hope she's healthy. And the reason I'm saying this is because I was told maybe she tunes in, dude. And if she does, I'm shooting the shot right now. If not, I'll have to go and find you another way. Fucking who knows? No, I'm just kidding. But I guess I think we'll maybe wrap it up on this. I know this is a shorter episode, but I don't know. Like I said, this week it was a heavily sports related episode, and that's just because there's nothing going on, man. Nothing great going on. There was the fucking presidential debates that happened earlier this week, but I don't want to talk about that shit, man. You've probably heard enough about it in the news or on social media or whatever, and everybody's saying go vote. Dude, I'm not going to tell you to vote. Dude, do whatever the fuck you want. If you're a felon, you can't vote. If you're not a citizen, you can't vote. But you just got to deal with this bullshit if you live in this country, either way. So if you want to vote, vote. If you don't want to vote, don't vote. But if you want to be funny, dude, go right in fucking Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama in the thing. Or write in Borat, man. Go check out the new fucking Borat movie. So fucking funny, man. Heavily politicized, but it's okay. Maybe we'll talk about... That's the movie of the week, by the way. Film of the week. I can tell you the name of it exactly, but it's just... Sacha Baron Cohen came out hard, man. He came out swinging, man. He recorded it this year, at the beginning of the year. It's called Borat Subsequential Movie Film, and you can find it on Amazon. And fucking, I almost said Will Smith, but that's the pitcher from the Dodgers, or a catcher from the Dodgers. Donald Trump, dude, DJT, dude, Commander-in-Chief, fucking hit up Borat over Twitter, and they were talking. Just, you gotta watch the movie, and I'm not even on Twitter, but the shit came across my path somehow, and I had to tune in to see what they were saying. It's hilarious, bro. But I forgot why. I think I was having a discussion with some friends earlier this week or a few days ago about the best way to get rid of pubic hair. And if you made it this far into the episode, you should really tune into this, especially if you're a man. If you're a female, you already know about it, I'm sure, because you guys are way more hip to this shit. Just made my hair look like trash, but it's all good. We're talking about Nair, and if you don't know what Nair is, it's kind of like a lotion kind of substance, or like a watery kind of shit. Not watery, but it's like a lotion or shampoo that you put on areas you want to remove hair from, okay? And while having this conversation with a friend, and I was talking about the productivity of this, and shout out to Nair, check it out if you want, don't want to get a rash, or you shave, or whatever the fuck, I don't know, I don't want to get too graphic in that, but also shout out Spotify, shout out iTunes, and shout out YouTube. We're on all those platforms. But if you want to get rid of hair quickly, that's the best way, I would say, in your private areas, whether it's your pubis region, gooch area, or the ass in the back, or the dick in the back, basically, where you get rid of shit. I used to have to get hard, and I didn't have to, but I did do this. I used to get hard to remove some of the hair that was growing along, like towards my shaft region, And I was just afraid, dude. I was afraid to take a fucking razor or weed whacker or whatever it is, dude, to that area of my body. I didn't want to bleed. I didn't want to cut shit. And, it's a sensitive area, man. And I used to get hard, make my, bam, bam, boom, boom, had to do what I had to do to get there. And that's when I felt comfortable in removing the hair, man, with a razor. I wasn't hip to the Nair shit. I wasn't hip to all that shit. Like, waxing. I'm not just letting you know I haven't waxed that part of my body, but if I did know about that at that age, maybe I would have tried that. But yeah, man, I had a flashback of when I used to do that, and I was not proud of myself, man. Back then or now, I didn't like that I did that shit. But I did. You gotta do what you have to do to stay cleaner and hygienic and please the women, dude. Or men, whatever it is you want to do, dude. But anyway, I use Nair now, and I don't have to deal with that shit. So, shout out to Nair, and shout out to the lady that put me on that. I think that's a good way to wrap up the episode. If you haven't seen UFC 254, watch the highlights. If you haven't seen Borat, subsequential movie film, check that out too. And hopefully next episode we'll have a new graphic up, and you can let me know what you think. Also, we're on TikTok now. I'm on TikTok, bruh, at Early Morning Pod. We're just putting up clips of the podcast, by the way. I know I hated on it. Whatever, dude. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your week. Till next time, peace.